Okay. I obviously watched the Scotland-Fiji Autumn International. I'm not able to watch any more this evening because I am going out, but here's my review of it all. Volivola gets a penalty after 2 minutes, and Murrayfield is quiet. Uh, Plain and simple. Scotland did not start on the ball. Once, however, they got a bit of their hands on the ball after keeping Fiji out in the first 10 minutes, because Fiji played really well for the first 10 minutes. Alan Dell gets a pushover try, forward pack, rolling maul, Laidlaw converts. Fraser Brown gets a try, again pushover try from, that kind of line-out roll. And it's 14-3. Within a few minutes, it's 14-3. And then a line-out happens. And Scotland's line out in their 22, and they go long, they fluff it, and, Matty Mata gets a try in 22 minutes, which Volivola converts. Then Radradra gets a try, and Volivola converts, and Fiji are ahead. And Scotland have had all this ball. They've had about 70% possession, and they're behind again. Fraser Brown had a try disallowed for obstruction, and there were 2 yellow cards for bringing down the maul, basically coming in at the side, hands on. 2 yellow cards in the second half of Fiji. Fraser Brown has his try disallowed, but then Tommy Seymour pops up on the stroke of half time to get the first of his hat trick. So it's 21-17 at half time. Fiji are down to 13 men, although one sin bin's about to end and one's about halfway through. But the problem was Scotland were dominating possession, not dominating the scoreline. Fiji, yes, the poor discipline. This is where the game was won. I think those 2 yellow cards, the fatigue level coming in. A lot of effort had to be put in by the Fiji defence with less men. And then the second half starts and it's pretty much all Scotland. Limited flashes from Fiji, but Scotland just woke up, and this is the Scotland that obviously Gregor Townsend wants to see. The unpredictable, free-flowing, but they got more structure now than they have before. Before they were unpredictable. He said, I want them to be unpredictable, think on their feet. Now they have that structure side of it, which they were lacking. And then you've got Maitland's try on 42 minutes, Tommy Seymour's second try on 56 minutes, Tommy Seymour's hat-trick on 61 minutes. And then Jamie Ritchie had a very, very good game on 76 minutes, gets his try, and Adam Hastings' try is a brilliant bit because he starts the move, gets the ball back from Finn Russell, finishes the move. That's what support running is all about. So the forwards started the try fest, the backs finish it off in style. And this is something that Scotland have been lacking, is that little bit of structure into their flair. The flair is great to have, but without structure it's nothing. And with changeable conditions that they had up in Edinburgh, they had to be a bit more, okay, let's try and keep it simple at times. Once they had obviously got past the physicality of Fiji and worked out, okay, they can isolate defenders one-on-one because the defender's going to come for the big hit, it's okay. However, the one concern I had was in that first half, all that possession and not dominating the scoreline, 2 sloppy tries to give away. That is a weakness that Scotland has to cut out of its game if it is going to do well in the World Cup next year, well in the Six Nations next year. These little weaknesses, concentration is one of them, and defence. Now, they only conceded 17 points. Had those yellow cards not been given and it had finished, let's say, 21-17 at half time, as it had done, and all that possession and not putting a team to bed, that is a concern. But because Fiji had to make all those tackles as well, not having the ball, fatigue kicks in, discipline disappears, and in the second half, Scotland just kept doing what they were doing. Fiji couldn't get their hands on the ball. All in all, really positive signs, and those little areas, the line out, the little basics, those are things that can be worked on. The sign of a good team is struggling in the first half a little bit with all that possession. Second half, they can turn it on. It's a sign that Scotland have now actually got the basis in place for next year to kick on and to be a top 5 side in the world. They can do it. They can do it. And a lot of the young players stepping up today. The younger Horn brother, Hastings, Jamie Ritchie, these young guys stepping up, putting their hand up, getting hand on the ball, scoring tries, creating tries. It's good for the future of Scottish rugby that they're not relying solely on more experienced players, that they have got a youth production line, much like Ireland. They have got a little bit further to go, though, to be on Ireland's level. But this is a very positive performance. People expect the scoreline to be a lot closer, not 54-17. 54-17 is a little bit unfair on Fiji, I think, with how they played in the first half up to about 30 minutes. Fiji were in the game. Obviously, the yellow cards and the extra tackling they've got to put in has done for them. Discipline and handling has done for them as well. But Scotland, second half, yes, they deserved that. First half, I had some concerns that they were, again, like last week, lots of possession and being caught on the counter-attack was a big concern. Hence why the concentration went. After they were 14-3 up for a brief 5-minute spell, they completely lost concentration, and I thought, Christ, Fiji could have some fun today. But Scotland woke up in the second half, killed it. So there we go. Scotland dominating display in the second half, and I think they had about 75% possession. Now finally they had that possession game, and they turned it into points, something that has also been lacking. So Gregor Townsend's got some good things to work with going forward, and it's going to be a very exciting autumn for Scotland. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, place your comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.